Hello, in this video what we're going to be doing is we're going to be preparing the surface to make a mixing board here. So I just went to Lowe's here and I picked up this piece here. And this is what it looks like here. So it's just a piece of wood. So what we want to do is what I'm going to first do is I'm going to use a bonding primer, and this is it right here. So you want to use a bonding primer that's going to adhere first to the wood here. So this is great because you can take care of mixing up some quick set mud for small repair projects. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to use this bonding primer here, and I'm just going to prime this here. So just spread it out in the middle here, and then we'll worry about the edges last. You kind of want to work this into the particle wood here because there are gaps in that stuff. So just come to the edge there. Edge there. So we're just going to let this dry out here, and again this is very important because you can't just take the mud and skim coat it without doing this first. So this is the first coat of a bonding primer, and then we're just going to let this dry out, and then we'll be back to put another primer on top of this. Okay, so we've given this board a few hours to dry out, and the bonding primer did dry here. So the next step, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this product here. It's called Gardz, and you can see it how it looks in here. And joint compounds, it sticks great to this stuff, and it creates a vapor barrier. So this stuff is basically like a water-based glue that I'm going to put on top of this, and this water-based glue is going to stick to the bonding primer. So I'm just going to use this roller here, and we're just going to roll this on here, and you can see how it's just like a milky white. And again, this is a water-based glue here that's going to stick to this bonding primer here. And then once this dries here, then what we're going to do is we're going to skim coat a layer of mud on top of this, and the skim coat is going to stick a lot better to this Gardz here than it would to just the bonding primer. And again, this is going to create a vapor barrier so that none of the water that is in the mud will be able to get back into this bonding primer here. So we're just going to let this dry out, and then we'll be back to skim coat the board. Okay, so we're back, and we've given the Gardz primer sealer a few hours to dry out here, and again this dries clear, so you're not going to be able to see it here. So this is sealed in now, and now whenever we go to put mud or joint compound on top of this, the water will never be able to get through this sealer that I just put down, so it makes a great bonding primer. So now what we're going to do is we're going to skim coat this board here. So what we're going to do is make up a small mud pie here. So I have just regular all-purpose joint compound here, and we don't need much here. Too much. So I'm just going to put this in the middle there. And I'm just going to carve out or make a donut in the middle here. I'm just gonna put this mud right here. And again, we don't need much here. So I'm just gonna make that right there. Put that back in there. And then in this pail here is where I have the Plaster of Paris here. So I have my water bottle here, and this is just filled up with cold water here. I'm just gonna put a little bit in the middle there. And then with my Plaster of Paris, I'm just going to add this to the middle here. And once again, we're just going to make a small mud pie here to skim coat the board here. Okay, so this white powder is going to turn gray here. Put just a little bit more there. And so this is, as you can see, it's turning gray here. So I'm just going to put this back on here. And I'm just going to mix up this whole thing here. So what I'm going to do is just... And again, this is going to harden in 10 minutes. So it's all mixed up here, and then I'm going to use this 6-inch blade here just to skim this thing right here. So the middle is taken care of. Now I'll go on the outside of it there, on the side of it here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off here. Put it down and skim hard. There, and come into it like that there, come back down. Okay, so again, this right here is going to set in less than 10 minutes here, and this board is all set. So when this dries out, you can just you can make your mud pies right on top of this, and then you won't have to worry about the plaster breaking away from the board, because once again we used a bonding primer first that bonded to the wood, then we used the guards that bonded to the bonding primer, and then this bonds right to the guards. So that's how you make up a mixing board, and thank you very much for watching this video.